I think that's why the breakup, happened, is that there was a lot of conversations we didn't really know how to have, and had been going so hard for so long, had reached a level of success that felt really fragile, and like it was gonna go away. And I think anytime that you're operating in fear like that, the creative process struggles, and is the first thing to take the hit. And we got a little stagnant in our writing and who we were collaborating with or not collaborating with, and kind of stunted our own growth for a season, which for me was really challenging because I wanted it so bad, and I as a reaction to some of the noise around, oh, this is just this, or this was popular then, it's not now. Didn't feel like there was any sustainability to the business, and to the thing that I love to do, which is to work with them and write stories and tell sing songs, and it ended, and it kind of rocked all of our worlds, but was the thing that needed to happen for us to get on the other side and go, okay, we need to find who we are as individuals, and really treat this as just the work's done and we're family now, and that's what we did. And I knew I had music in me that I wanted to to write. I didn't really feel like I could do it on my own, and had lost the confidence to go. I'm just gonna go in the studio and do it myself. Because I was just kind of beaten up, feeling like, oh man, maybe I already wrote like the best stuff I'm gonna write. And I get a phone call from David Massey, who's at Island Records at this point. He's like, hey, let's go have lunch, catch up, because the news about the breakup was kind of public, and very public. And we had lunch and had a great conversation. He was like, do you have any music you want to play? And I said, I've got one or two things. I don't know if they're any good. And went to his office and played him a few songs. And he's like, it's a good start, but there's more in there. I need to get you with some people and pull something out of you. And he's like, the first step is there's a song I want you to hear. And he played me a demo for a song called Chains. It was written by Jason Evigan.
Amar Malik.
What's that?
Amar Malik.
And Amar Malik. And I was like, how quickly can I record this? And he's like, well, I'll reach out to Jason and see what he thinks, and Amar. And he calls me later. He's like, they're down to let you cut it. And by the way, there was no momentum on my end. There's plenty on theirs. And so I was like, all right. I get in the studio and I cut the song, and they're really happy with it. I'm super excited. And I'm in LA, and I'm basically lined up with a week of writing sessions, and the first one was with Simon Wilcox and Nolan Ambrosia. And we start writing a song, and we're just kind of hitting a wall. It's not the song doesn't feel like, oh, we've caught the vibe, let's run. So we step outside and start talking about life and this experience that happened to me a couple nights before. And literally the chorus kind of happened while we're just all sitting outside talking, which is my favorite way a song comes to life, is when it's not like, you're in the studio, there's chords being played, and then you're singing melodies and you find lyrics. When it just, the words and the story kind of drive it. And
when writing comes outside of the studio kind of thing?
Yeah, and then we walk back inside and apply that to the chords that Nolan picked out, and Simon and I start cranking in the lyrics, and within literally an hour we'd finished Jealous. And I was like, this feels great. And I had no idea, I just was like, yeah, I really like this. I was pumped on it, but I just didn't know. Again, because I was just underconfident, so I went and played it for Phil, our manager. And he's jumping on the table, and he's like, you did it. I'm like, this is not the typical reaction from Phil about anything. I'm like, I did what? He's like, you did it. I was like, okay. And yeah, he was right. I have a demo.
Oh, dang. I think we might have to hear that.
It's very different. The verse is totally, it's structured all weird, and there's extra lines that we took out and replaced, and but it's pretty much, this is the day of demo of Jealous, and it sounds pretty close to it apart from the different lyrics.
Pull it up.
so weird. It's like hearing these back.
Wow.
I don't like the way he's looking at you. I'm starting to think you want him too. Am I crazy? Have I lost you?
That's whoa.
Say crazy, would you wonder, baby?
Whoa.
Yeah.
I don't like the way you're looking at him. Is it creeping deep enough to touch your skin?
Whoa, I like
The
that.
rate
don't think I've
changes
heard
were
this.
made.
Feels like my grip is slipping.
Grip is slipping.
No, I know you love me, can't help it. I turn my cheap music low, and I puff in my chest. I'm getting ready to face you. You call me obsessed.
Also, like
It's not your fault that they
another necessary change by
don't disrespect.
not saying this word in a second. But
Mind to be hellish, I still get jealous. You're too fucking beautiful. Everybody wants to taste
Language.
that's right.
all right, you can stop it.
Wow.
Yeah, so basically David hears it and he's like, I love it. I have some changes I think you should make to the verses, which were all right. And he's like, and you shouldn't be saying fucking so much. And I was like, well, of course, it's one of these things. I'm coming out of like being stereotyped as like this like squeaky clean pop star boy band Disney kid. It's like I really think it's important to be edgy, and I like stood my ground on this for a while, and it just goes to show like for any writer, sometimes like the unnecessary F word that you think just makes the song edgier isn't the play. And I hear it and I go like, oh, they're trying to just make this sound more edgy. It's like just it can be whatever.
Also, like the phonetics though of sexy versus fucking is like, in my opinion, sounds better.
Yeah, but I
Or
was like,
just in
what are we
songwriting.
gonna say? Like, you're too sexy, beautiful. And I was like, well, it's kind of. I think Simon said like someone was like, we should. What about but it was like stumbled into it, and then on the Tinashe version, we ended up keeping the fucking, but
Explicit.
the word, and it was a crazy moment, like much like the self-titled album, it kind of like came out and did like okay, and then just over the course of
Number
know.
one.
I just found
Many
Cake by
months.
the Ocean's demo.
Oh,
Ooh,
dang.
you gotta tell this
with
story.
Tranter.
Yeah, Cake by the Ocean. The
Can
story.
we pause for like 2 seconds? I have to use the bathroom.
I also have to use.
Is that okay?
Yeah,
Sorry to do that.
Fine, guys.